Hello there, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to the 6 Yard Banter, your front row seat to the Premier League's top six drama with a Chelsea twist. Yeah, it's Chelsea first and rivals next. I hope you guys are doing well. This is my second video for today, and this video is of two faces. One is going to be covering everything that happened in the press conference for the game against Cardiff, and the second one is my predicted lineup as we prepare to take on Cardiff. So yeah, let's start with the first one. Okay, let's just start. Chelsea beat Everton 2-0 at the Bridge. Clean sheet goals from Palmer and Gusto, and tactically one of our most controlled performances in weeks. But instead of this being a calm, positive build on week, we are here again talking about Enzo Maresca and his comments and cryptic messaging and unnecessary noise. Because today, ahead of the EFL Cup tie against Cardiff, Maresca has doubled down on his worst 48 hours comments. No clarifications, no walkbacks, just doubling down. And as a Chelsea fan, I've got to say this clearly. Winning games is hard enough without adding any smoke to the dressing room. Okay, so let's just quickly break down Maresca's comment, and I'll give you guys my take, and then two we talk about what Chelsea must do against Cardiff, and then I'll wrap up with my lineup. Let's just get right into it. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Okay, because after the Everton win, Maresca said the previous 48 hours were the worst of his time at Chelsea because he felt a lack of support. And then today, before Cardiff, he's asked again. And instead of clearing it up, he doubles down. No explanation, no clarification, just simple. I already spoke about it. And here's the thing, yeah, I get the pressure, I get scrutiny, I get fans being emotional. Okay, but my issue is that why create a problem at this point in time? Okay, we just won, and we won in a very good manner. Wasn't a classic, but it was very controlled and was a very simplified tactic. Okay, you get the praise. The stadium was behind the team. So, what exactly, who exactly is it directing his comment at? Because when the manager speaks like this, it lands in three places. Yeah, the dressing room, the fans, the the media, and I can further say even the people at the higher ups. Okay, and right now Chelsea don't need mystery tension. Okay, we need clarity. And my take is that Maresca is feeling the weight of rotation criticism, tactical scrutiny, and questions about trust in the players that he's got at his disposal. And instead of letting result talk, okay, is letting the frustration talk. And I understand where it's coming from because in my previous video, I mentioned the fact that if Maresca was doing things right, trusting the players and using them right instead of misprofiling players, and then results were not going the way we want them to, and then we can he's got the fans at the back to back him up, okay, and go after the people who's hired him. But the way he's going about his tactics and everything, he's actually shooting himself in the foot and not helping himself. He's not doing himself any favor. And just like what Matt Law said that the way Maresca is going about it is fighting a losing battle. Okay, because he's not going to be the one on the winning side. Simon Johnson today came on to say that he's not going to get another job bigger than Chelsea at the moment. So the funny thing is that we don't even the transfer window is not even open yet, where he could be making comments that could get the fans rally behind him and then go after the sporting directors and all that. And the sporting directors have actually come out, or in the news today, say that they are not going to bulge on their strategy. They also double down with the strategy, and this is where Now we are now on a crossroad. Okay, and instead of letting the result talk, he's letting his frustration out, and that's a very dangerous thing. Not because he's wrong to feel the pressure, but because leaders actually do absorb pressure, but then they don't leak it. There are two things I've experienced recently when the managers are about to bounce or take a walk. Pochettino did this same thing towards the end of his tenure as a Chelsea manager, where he was firing and going all out against the sporting directors and even the Chelsea owners. The same thing, Antonio Conte too did the same thing too. And we know that Italians are brutally honest, and especially when they feel frustrated or when things are not when they feel are done by. And this is, I think, we're starting to get this thing. But my problem is that if Maresca gets to work, the sporting directors also need to leave. I said that in my previous video, so you guys do check out that one and let me know what you guys think about everything I said in the video, because it's very very, I think it's very very good to listen to. Okay, the squad is young, confidence is fragile, and the noise spread very very fast. Okay, we don't need a situation whereby we're having a us versus them narratives inside December. December on its own, through Chelsea's history, is December period and January is a very very tough period for us, and we cannot afford to be dragged into unnecessary noise. Okay, so that's the thing. So Maresca just needs to just calm down and allow his talk be on the field. Let him do the talking by playing ball, doing the right, implementing the right structure and tactics for the players to be able to perform to the best of their ability, to their strength. Okay, and that's everything that I have to say as regards that. So against Cardiff City, let's talk about what Chelsea need to do. This is not going to be a glamour game because it's a semi-final. Yeah, it's not a glamour game. It's a must win. Okay, and ideally the previous generation where we had Lampard and all that, I will not even suggest that Chelsea do any kind of rotation and all that. But I get that these players cannot keep up with playing two games in a week. So we understand that Maresca is also going to need to chop and change and do some things, but please do it right. Okay, this is where a mix of experience and uh, young blood is needed. And please, yes, I'm going to sound like it's going to sound like I'm contradicting myself, but then play the players that can handle the pressure of playing twice in a week. I don't think it's going to be wise to risk Rhys James playing. Rhys James needs to rest and prepare for the game against Newcastle, and then we just need a professional win, a game where Chelsea have the control and there is no drama. Okay, I don't want to. I want to see. I want to see control in the midfield. I don't want to see no inversion, no inverted fullback nonsense, no midfielder guessing their role. I just want. We just need clear pivots, vertical passes, and tempo control. These championship sides, they are not. They are one team that they thrive on chaos, and we do not need to give them chaos. Otherwise, we're going to be putting ourselves under unnecessary pressure. Okay, I want Chelsea to try as much as possible to score early, kill the belief, and silence the crowd. That's the best way Maresca can earn the support of the Chelsea fans beyond what it has now, and also earn his praise on the field of play. And then in the Chelsea transfer, in the January transfer window, and even beyond that, we'll get to see how it goes. If it goes in the favor of Maresca, then good for him, and if it doesn't, we the fans will be behind Maresca, and we'll be going off at the fans. I mean at the higher ups. Okay, so Chelsea Chelsea just struggle when they let lower league side grow into games, and this is where, like I said, we need to earn our money. We need to be ruthless. We need to be structurally disciplined, and Maresca needs to prove that he has learned. Okay, no two right backs in the midfield, no defender guessing their zones, and no player learning new roles mid-match. There's no need for experimentations in the semi-final cup tie. Okay, let the players have clear. Let them be given. Let them have clarity, and then they have if they're given clarity, then they have control. Okay, and some players also need to step up before I go into my match predicted lineup. Players like Santos, Magui, Bernanote, Jamie Gittins, even Joshua Chempong. I don't have much to say about Joshua Chempong because each time he's called upon, he's always dropping a very, very good performance. So the other names that have been mentioned, even Joel Atto, this is where they need to start staking up claims for themselves. Okay, and this is an opportunity for them to show themselves. Now, the stage is set for them. Come out and do your thing. Okay, rotation is fine, but on Maresca's part is showing that he doesn't trust quite a lot of players, and that's everything that I have to say as regards this game on what Chelsea and Maresca need to do concerning Cardiff as we take on Cardiff in the semi-final cup tie tomorrow. So with that being said, I'm going to start with my match predicted lineup, and this is it. So in goal, we're going to start with Jorgensen, and then centre back pairing of. I know I didn't want Tosin to be in my lineup for no reason. I did not want Tosin to be in my lineup, but I know Maresca is going to give Tosin the starting nod tomorrow. So I'm going to put in Tosin and Paddy Ashila as a centre back pairing, Achempong at right back, Jurelato at left back. This is going to be a back line that have hardly played together, so I hope that they will gel and not shake. My fear is not on the three. My fear is on Tosin because he's not good at keeping eye line. So I have a problem, especially if the Cardiff attacks are fast. So let's just keep an eye on that. And then in the midfield pivot, so I'm going with Caicedo and Santos. Caicedo is back from his suspension, and I don't think that he needs to sit down on the bench. He should just go right into the lineup to refresh himself and get used to it as we prepare to take on Newcastle on the weekend. So Caicedo and Santos at the as midfield pivot, and then just ahead of them is going to be Buonanotte, and then on the left, this is Jamie Gittins. This is another opportunity for him to prove himself and prove that he is not a fluke. And then on the right, someone that we've been crying out and calling out for, which is Estevan William. And I hope that this is an opportunity for him to let Maresca know that he can trust him. And then as a striker, I will go with McHugh. I like McHugh not because he's already there, but because it doesn't give the back line breathing space. And that's what Maresca has actually been crying for. An attacker or a striker who will not allow the defenders the moment to rest, and every other thing can follow suit and all that. So if there's any need for Chelsea to make some changes, probably in the second half, maybe we can bring on even Reggie Walsh, even Joao Pedro, even Garnacho, and maybe Neto if need be, or even Cucurella. But Cucurella needs to rest, man. Cucurella needs to rest. So yeah, that's my lineup. Let me know what you guys think about my lineup. Do you think Tosin should start, and do you think putting Tosin in the centre back and Achempong as a right back is good enough, or what would you do? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Yeah, now to wrap up, I'm going to go with Chelsea 2, Cardiff 0. Yeah, that's my score prediction. I think it should be easy for Chelsea to, if they do everything right, I don't see any way Chelsea won't be in the final. So yeah, Let me know what you guys think about everything that I've said in this video, from Maresca's presser down to my take on what Chelsea need to do against against Cardiff to get to the final, and then my match predicted lineup with my score prediction. What do you think? Do you think Chelsea will score more and all that? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and put your comment in there, and most importantly, share this video, okay, because that's the only way you help this channel grow. And yeah, do not forget to turn on your subscribe to the channel, so that each and every time that I make a video, you also get notified. I mean, your notification bell. I'll be here to give you guys a match review tomorrow, and every other thing that comes up before the game. Until then, it's Chelsea first, rivals next. Peace.